Welcome back to the channel World Coin Master everyone to another fascinating journey into the world of rare and valuable coins, where something as small and ordinary as a single penny can turn out to be worth a fortune. Today we're diving into the story of the 2007 1-cent Lincoln penny, also known as the 2007 Liberty Cent, which in certain rare variations and conditions has been valued by collectors at as much as $8 million. That's right, $8 million for a coin most people wouldn't think twice about dropping on the ground or finding in their pocket change. We're going to explore in great detail why this specific year's penny has captured the attention of coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, and investors, and how a combination of minting errors, mistakes, and peculiar mint mark variations has propelled some of these coins into the ranks of the most sought-after collectibles in US coin history. This is more than just a coin, it's a piece of American history, a numismatic anomaly, and a reminder that value often hides in plain sight. The 2007 Lincoln penny was part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse features the iconic bust of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the word Liberty to the left and the year of minting to the right. Above Lincoln's head arcs the phrase, "In God We Trust." The reverse of the coin, in 2007, still displayed the familiar Lincoln Memorial design by Frank Gasparro, a design that had been used since 1959. At first glance, nothing about the 2007 penny seems out of the ordinary. Millions upon millions of them were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, and they've circulated widely. But as any experienced coin collector knows, rarity and value in coins aren't determined merely by age or mintage numbers. Instead, value often comes from unusual characteristics, production mishaps, or extremely rare variations that set certain examples apart from the rest. One of the first things that makes the 2007 penny so intriguing to collectors is the potential for striking errors. The minting process, although highly mechanized and quality controlled, is not immune to mistakes. Coins are struck by dies that impress the design onto metal planchets under enormous pressure. When something goes wrong at any stage of the process, whether it's a misaligned die, a defective planchette, or a problem with the striking pressure, the resulting coin can display oddities that collectors find irresistible. For the 2007 penny, some of the most famous errors include double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped planchets. Double die occurs when the die itself is improperly manufactured, causing parts of the design to appear duplicated or shadowed. On 2007 pennies with this error, collectors have found doubling in areas like the date, the word Liberty, or the phrase, "In God We Trust." These doubled areas are not the result of post-mint damage or simple wear, they are baked into the coin during the striking process and therefore are considered highly collectible. Some of the most dramatic examples of double dies from 2007 have fetched staggering sums at auction, especially when combined with pristine condition and full luster. Another class of valuable 2007 penny errors involves off-center strikes. When a planchette is not properly seated in the striking chamber, the dies may impress the design only partially, leaving a blank crescent of unstruck metal on one side of the coin. The degree of off-centeredness can range from a barely noticeable shift to a dramatic 50% or more. Coins with extremely off-center strikes that still display a complete date are particularly valuable because they show both the error and a key identifying element of the coin. The 2007 Lincoln penny with such an error can command thousands, and in certain unique combinations of errors and condition, they can push into the realm of extraordinary value. There are also broad strike errors, which happen when the coin is struck outside of the retaining collar that normally shapes its edge. This causes the coin to spread out, flattening the rim and making it slightly larger in diameter than a normal penny. Broad-struck 2007 pennies with sharp detail and little wear are unusual and often sell for much more than face value. Clipped planchets are another variety of error, where the metal blank is cut from the sheet with a piece missing, resulting in a distinctive curved or straight clip on the finished coin. In the case of the 2007 penny, such clips can be dramatic and eye-catching, enhancing their appeal to error collectors. Perhaps the most intriguing error category for the 2007 penny involves the mint mark itself. Mint marks indicate where a coin was produced, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. In 2007, circulation pennies were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, while San Francisco struck proof coins for collectors. Occasionally, mint marks can be misplaced, doubled, or otherwise altered in the die creation process. There are reports of 2007 pennies with a D mint mark showing clear doubling, as well as coins where the mint mark appears distorted or partially filled. Even rarer are transitional errors where planches intended for proof coins are struck with circulation dyes, leading to unusual surfaces or strike characteristics. Such anomalies add a layer of mystery and desirability, as they point to mix-ups in the highly regulated minting process. Condition is another vital factor in the astronomical values we're discussing. A heavily worn 2007 penny with an error might be worth a few dollars or even a few $100 depending on rarity, but the coins that reach multi-million-dollar status are those that combine the rarest errors with exceptional preservation. In coin grading, terms like mint state, MS, refer to coins that show no wear from circulation. An MS-65 or higher graded 2007 penny with a major double die or dramatic off-center strike could, under the right market conditions, ignite bidding wars among collectors. Additionally, coins graded by reputable services such as PCGS or NGC carry added credibility, ensuring that buyers know they're getting a genuine piece. Why would anyone pay millions for such a coin? Part of the answer lies in the psychology of collecting. Rare error coins like certain 2007 pennies are not just metal discs, they are artifacts of human error, chance, and the complex industrial process of coin production. They are time capsules capturing the moment a machine hiccuped, a die was misaligned, or a planchet was flawed. For high-end collectors and investors, owning such a piece is like holding lightning in a bottle. Rarity drives demand, and when demand outpaces supply, prices can skyrocket. The market for rare coins is also influenced by broader economic conditions, celebrity endorsements, and high-profile auction results. When a similar type of coin even from a different year sells for millions, it raises awareness and desirability for all coins in that category. Thus, a spectacular sale of a 2007 penny with a unique error can set a benchmark that other sellers and buyers reference. Stories circulate in the numismatic community about these sales, and soon even casual collectors start checking their change more closely. One reason the 2007 penny in particular stands out is that it comes from a modern era when coin production technology was already highly advanced, making significant errors relatively rare compared to earlier decades. That rarity in a modern context makes the mistakes even more remarkable. The existence of such an error means something truly unusual happened, perhaps a lapse in quality control or an extraordinary set of circumstances on the production line. In an age when most coins are near perfect, imperfection becomes a treasure. We must also consider the cultural significance of the Lincoln cent. As the longest-running coin design in U.S. history, the Lincoln penny has been in Americans' pockets for over a century. It has witnessed wars, economic booms and busts, and vast social changes. The 2007 penny sits just 2 years before the major redesign of 2009, which marked the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth and introduced new reverse designs. This transitional positioning adds an extra layer of historical context for collectors, making rare varieties from this year all the more desirable. Collectors often speculate about the total number of high-value 2007 pennies in existence. While the U.S. Mint produces millions of coins annually, the number of coins with major errors that survive unspotted and in pristine condition is minuscule. Many error coins are caught and destroyed at the mint, while others enter circulation and suffer damage before being recognized for their rarity. The survival of a perfect condition error coin is an event of staggering improbability, which is exactly what makes such finds legendary. It's also worth noting that not all 2007 pennies with errors are instantly obvious to the naked eye. Some require magnification to see subtle doubling or mint mark anomalies. This is why experienced collectors and dealers use specialized tools like jeweller's loupes or digital microscopes to inspect coins carefully. Even tiny differences can make the difference between a common penny and one worth thousands or millions. The story of the $8 million 2007 penny has inspired many people to search through jars of coins, inherited collections, and even loose change from the store. The possibility of discovering a life-changing treasure hiding in plain sight is intoxicating. Numismatics, at its heart, is about curiosity and the thrill of the hunt. While most searches end with ordinary coins, the few that uncover something extraordinary join a tradition of treasure hunters whose patience. Today's deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, where a seemingly ordinary piece of change could be worth a fortune, and where stories of incredible discoveries continue to surprise collectors and everyday people alike. Imagine holding a single cent in your hand, a coin you might easily overlook or spend without a second thought, only to find out that it could be worth $5 million. That's exactly the kind of astonishing scenario we're going to explore today as we turn our focus to the 2015 D. Lincoln penny, a coin from the United States Mint that in certain rare forms has captured the attention of numismatists and investors alike due to extraordinary errors, mistakes, and mint mark anomalies. This is the kind of story that blends history, manufacturing quirks, human error, and the unrelenting enthusiasm of collectors all into one exciting narrative. The 2015 D. Lincoln penny, at its core, is part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series that began in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Struck at the Denver Mint, the D. the mint mark designates its origin, and millions upon millions of these coins were produced for circulation. Yet, as with so many tales in numismatics, not every coin follows the standard path. Every once in a while, a batch of coins slips through the quality control process containing subtle or even dramatic variations from the intended design. These deviations, often caused by minting errors, can transform a simple coin into a rare and highly valuable treasure. When we talk about errors, it's important to understand the kinds that can occur and why they matter so much. In the minting process, coins go through several steps: blank preparation, striking, and inspection. If something goes wrong at any stage, you might end up with an error coin. For instance, a misaligned die can cause an off-center strike where part of the design is missing. A defective die might cause doubled images, known as doubling, where letters or numbers appear to have a ghostly shadow. Sometimes the wrong plancetta blank intended for another denomination might be fed into the presses, producing a penny on a dime or nickel blank, which immediately catches the eye of collectors. For the 2015 D. Lincoln penny, there are a number of reported anomalies that push its value far beyond 1 cent. Some rare examples feature doubling in the inscriptions, particularly on Liberty or the date. In certain coins, the mint mark D itself is malformed, repunched, or oddly placed, indicating it may have been struck more than once or in a misaligned position. Other instances involve planchet errors where the metal composition might deviate from standard specifications, leading to unusual coloration, weight, or texture. These errors can be exceedingly rare, sometimes with only a handful of confirmed examples in existence. Collectors prize these coins for more than just their rarity. There's an allure in knowing that such a coin slipped through the stringent processes of the US Mint, escaped the notice of quality inspectors, and entered circulation, perhaps riding around in pockets, cash registers, or jars for years before someone finally spotted its uniqueness. The story of discovery becomes part of the coin's mystique, adding to its appeal. When a rare 2015 D penny is confirmed to have a major mint error, collectors may be willing to pay extraordinary sums, especially if the coin is in pristine condition, graded at high levels by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. The market for these coins is driven by a combination of scarcity, condition, and demand. Scarcity is obvious. If there are only a few known examples, collectors compete fiercely to obtain one. Condition, or grade, plays a huge role. A coin with minimal wear, sharp details, and bright luster can fetch exponentially more than a worn example of the same era. Demand is often driven by the coin's story, visual appeal, and the current popularity of error coins among collectors. Over the past decade, error coin collecting has surged in popularity, with online marketplaces and auction houses providing a global stage for such treasures. The fascination with error coins is not new, but the internet has amplified it enormously. Stories of people finding valuable coins in pocket change or inherited collections often go viral, inspiring others to start looking more closely at their own coins. A high-profile sale, say, a 2015 D. Lincoln penny fetching hundreds of thousands or even millions, spreads quickly across coin forums, YouTube channels, and social media, fueling the hunt for the next big discovery point. One of the most intriguing possibilities with the 2015 D. penny lies in transitional errors or experimental strikes. Sometimes, mints experiment with slight modifications to design elements, relief, or composition before officially rolling them out. If a few such coins escape into circulation, they can become highly sought after. In rare cases, a coin may exhibit traits from different production years, such as a 2015 obverse paired with a reverse die from another year or design variation. These mix-ups are extremely scarce but immensely valuable. Then there are striking errors like broad strikes, where the coin is struck without a collar, causing it to spread out larger than normal. clip planches, where a piece of the blank is missing, or die caps, where a coin becomes lodged on the die and strikes subsequent coins with a distorted image. Each of these errors tells a unique story about what happened inside the mint during production. Collectors and specialists can often reconstruct the chain of events leading to the error, adding historical and educational value to the piece. The Denver Mint in 2015 produced billions of pennies, so the challenge of finding one with a rare and valuable error is like searching for a needle in a haystack. But the fact that some of these rare coins exist keeps the search alive. Every jar of change, every roll of pennies from the bank, every handful of coins from a cashier could hold the potential for a life-changing discovery. This is the dream that keeps collectors motivated and has fueled countless treasure hunts. Grading and authentication are crucial for anyone who believes they've found a valuable 2015 D penny. Many coins that appear unusual to the untrained eye turn out to be the result of post-mint damage, scratches, bends, corrosion, or alterations made after the coin left the mint. Only professional graders can confirm whether an anomaly is truly a mint error and assign it a grade that reflects its condition. A high-grade, genuine error coin can easily move from being worth a few dollars to thousands, and in extraordinary cases, millions. The $5 million valuation for a rare 2015 D penny is not a casual figure. It represents the pinnacle of the coin's possible worth under perfect conditions, meaning an error of extreme rarity, exceptional visual appeal, and a condition approaching perfection. Such coins are often held by major collectors or institutions and may only change hands through high-profile auctions. When they do, they can set new records and spark renewed interest in the series. It's worth noting that while such astronomical prices are rare, lesser errors on 2015 D pennies can still be worth significant amounts, sometimes hundreds or thousands of dollars. This means that even if you don't find the holy grail of Lincoln penny errors, you could still come across a coin that adds meaningful value to your collection or provides a nice payday. The thrill of the hunt lies not only in finding the most valuable example but in uncovering any piece of numismatic history. For those interested in hunting for such treasures, knowledge is your greatest tool. Learning to identify the different types of mint errors, studying authenticated examples, and understanding the grading process can greatly improve your chances. Attending coin shows, joining collector forums, and networking with experienced numismatists can also provide valuable insights and sometimes even direct access to rare pieces. The story of the 2015 D Lincoln penny is a testament to the enduring appeal of coin collecting and the endless possibilities hidden in everyday objects. It reminds us that even in an age of digital transactions and declining use of physical currency, coins still hold a special place in our culture, history, and imagination. They are small pieces of art, history, and craftsmanship that travel through countless hands, each carrying its own unique journey. The idea that a penny could be worth millions also serves as a powerful reminder not to overlook the small things. In the same way that tiny details in a coin's design or production can create immense value, small moments or overlooked opportunities in life can sometimes lead to extraordinary outcomes. For collectors, each coin is a mystery to be solved, a story waiting to be told, and perhaps a fortune waiting to be found. If we look closely at the 2015 D penny's design, we see the continuation of the shield reverse introduced in 2010, symbolizing Lincoln's preservation of the Union. The obverse bears Victor David Brenner's enduring portrait of Lincoln, a design that has graced the cent for over a century. Within these familiar elements, errors become all the more striking. An extra outline on Lincoln's profile, a faint doubling in the motto "In God We Trust," a misplaced mint mark under the date. These small deviations stand out against the backdrop of a design so well known to millions. The Denver Mint's role in producing billions of coins each year means that while its processes are highly refined, the sheer volume of production increases the statistical chance of errors slipping through. In 2015, automated systems, high-speed presses, and multiple production lines were running constantly to meet the nation's coinage needs.